Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Fry Slay with the Couch Potato Queens. I am your host, lifestyle influencer, eyebrow legend, comedian, actor, writer, Sam Meier. Hello, sweet babies, and welcome to the pod. It's so good to see you all. First, we have the Bert to my Ernie, the Cosmo to my Wanda, my fairly gay mother, Josh Mendelson. How are you, baby?
Come on, All Star 6, let's get sickening. Oh.
Yes. Next, of course, we have Detroit's premier queen of meme queen, Alex Meitz. How are you, baby?
I'm wonderful. I'm thrilled to talk about this iconic episode, y'all.
Oh my god, hello, gorgeous baby of gorgeousness, Clarissa and Madame Caliente.
Hi.
Hello, happy early 4th. I was sitting at work the other day thinking, perhaps it would be better if America had not separated from England. You know, it just seems like they're doing better than us right now.
Yeah, honestly.
You know, they're doing pretty well. I would like, their universal health care. They got rid of slavery earlier. Like they're doing a bit better.
Give us that universal health care, honestly.
Seriously, take us. I wonder if they'd take us back.
Take us back. Baby,
Meghan McCain is leaving The View, so we can only call Josh the Meghan McCain of our podcast for one more month.
And then what am I going to be?
And then you're going to be done. You're going to be off the pod.
I created this pod. I am this pod.
I am the pod. Oh, look at the monarchy, bro. Okay, what meant so much incest, but honestly, we had a highly incestuous situation, less than a year ago. So,
So I call that a win.
So we've got less incest.
What?
Like, but regardless, what an episode. It was. I mean, I was gooped, I was gagged, I was gagatrondrad.
Oh, it was very gagatondra.
It was wild. Yes, Clarissa, lots of racists.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, fuck them, fuck the monarchs.
Down with the monarchy.
Is it really the
highest rated episode
on
IMDb?
Wow.
Really?
I believe it.
Good for them. It was
good
a good episode.
LaGanja. Good for my mama. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ready for that.
She did excellent. She did really, really well. It was top to bottom. I mean, it was tough to pick losers for this episode because everyone did pretty well. It was some splitting hairs here. But let's get into it. And I think we should talk about the runways first.
Okay.
And then do the sketches.
Okay.
I feel like we're going to want to dive into the sketches a little bit more, right? Or do you think we should flip-flop it?
I say we should do runways first, then sketches. Then we'll just talk about this gooped and gagged lip sync that goes down in the history of Best of.
Yeah, we'll end with the lip sync for sure.
We have to end with the lip sync. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. So we start on the runway. It's our redemption runway, right? It's
such a good category every season.
A great category. Do we get this every All-Stars?
I think we do now.
I feel like this is the first time I've seen this on an All-Stars.
No, they did it it's I think starting in season 3.
Okay.
No, yeah, season 3 was of All-Stars is the first time they did it.
Huh. Well, now I know. And it was a great runway. I really enjoyed it. We had Kylie Sonique Love starting us off with her Gaga redemption. The big, strands. Sort of, she was like the hoedown in Whoville, which we'd love to see. Lorax, I barely know her. I don't know.
Lorax, I barely thorax. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we'd like to apologize to anyone watching right now.
Sorry, I just said that.
So, okay, we love this look. It is a large fry coming from me. Alex, how did you feel about KSL this week?
Oh my God, that was a large fry. Absolutely. Large fry for me, 100%. And it looks like
Clarissa as well.
Clarissa agrees as well.
I also agree. It was definitely a large fry. Miss Kylie Sonique Love brought it to the table, and it worked, and it was everything. And I love the wig. But I've been saying for a while though, Kylie is just snatched for the gods and looks incredible. So
She does, and this is the best I think she's looked so far this season.
definitely.
I don't know. I think the Christina Aguilera look was better for me, but
It was hot, but it was
that was hot.
better.
I mean, I think that as a all-around look, I liked that one more. So
Interesting choice.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
Hot take, Alex.
Hot
take. So next, of course, we have Scarlet Envy, Venus with a penis, giving her Grecian goddess fantasy. It is a rework of her entrance look. Josh, how did you feel about Scarlet's look tonight?
I thought it was beautiful. I think it was a great job. She did a lot better than she did the first time with this. And Scarlett's really impressing me fashion-wise this season. I think Scarlett's definitely stepped her pussy up and doing great. So I will also give it a large fry. I thought it was beautiful.
It's going to be a large fry from me as well. Alex, how did you feel about Scarlett's look?
Oh my God, it was so good because that look was bad to start with. Like,
oh, it was rough.
Yeah, large fries from me for that. Large fry from the audience too. It's looking like, she murdered that runway. Yep, totally.
Because it was the original look, like wanted to be Raja.
Yes,
like Raja Gemini with her Marie Antoinette moment.
Yes, and Scarlett is not a Raja. That's just not it.
No.
No.
And it was not good. But she looked like a goddess. She looked like a goddess, and I didn't think that Michelle's comment of Sophia Loren was off.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Okay, so moving on, we have Eureka, who is redoing her neon green and pink best drag look. It was more polished, but I was really underwhelmed. You know, Eureka's such a talent that I wanted more, and like she did streamline it, which
I like the wig. I like the wig.
Yeah.
The wig was good. The wig was good.
She's going less androgynous, which I think is a smart move for Eureka.
Yeah.
Because that's new for her. Yeah.
But like, it was not up to the level, I think, of everything else that was going on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the weaker outfits, but not one of the weaker performances. So,
Clarissa, interesting comment. The wig had a hard front. And that hairline was a little abrupt.
Yeah, the wig.
Madame Caliente, you really hated the look. You really were not into it. You liked the season 9 look better. It was so basic, but not the worst.
I liked the crutches with the season 9 look.
Yeah, seriously.
That's what I'm saying. Is she should have come out with like the dazzled crutches.
Yes, Mama.
Would have been a gag.
Right?
Absolutely would have been a gag.
Lean into the crutches. That's like her moment, you know? Lean into that. That's her story.
But like you could like throw them, or you could have like crutch wings, would be so funny.
Right?
Like such camp. Oh, Eureka, girl.
The crutches could have been like some kind of dumb reveal. Like it could have been like a
that's what I'm saying.
The Aphrodite cape, but it's crutches.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. We're same page, girl. Same page.
Love that.
Yep.
Oh,
but it is a small fry.
It is a medium for me.
Yeah, she didn't look bad.
She didn't look bad. She just didn't look like incredible. It was a medium. Yeah. It was fine.
Okay.
If she threw some crutches, hilarious. You know,
right?
Or like came out in like a Walmart like little electric cart or something.
Yeah.
Dolores, you're not that way.
Hi, Dolores.
Hi, Dolores. We love you.
Love you, Dolores.
We're talking about the runways first and then the sketches, the commercials.
So we just started, Dolores. We're only 9 minutes in. We're good.
Yep.
We got here just in time.
Okay, y'all. So, are we good? We're good on Eureka?
I think we're good on Eureka. I think all around it's a medium.
Okay.
And Clarissa did not even order fries for this.
Clarissa explains it all, honey. Clarissa explains it all.
Clarissa reads them all.
Clarissa reads them all.
She's giving Clarissa explains it all realness.
Oh my god. So next we have Raja O'Hara with her remake of her burlap pants and sort of tree look from the Alternative Materials Design Challenge. She came out in that stunning, I was going to say brown velvet gown with the burlap boa. I mean, and the leaves as her wig coming up. It was gorge.
Y'all know.
Oh my god.
Josh. Y'all know I'm obsessed. This was my favorite outfit tonight. And the reason it was my favorite is because Raja, I think, stepped her pussy up the most of everybody. I think her transformation from last time to this time was the biggest transformation. It was the first time she looked like Groot. I remember saying this on a podcast. I think this was the episode. I don't know when it was, but maybe it wasn't on a podcast. It was somewhere. Maybe it was just with the two of you, and I thought I was on a podcast in my crazy head. But it was so good. It was so good. I'm obsessed. I was obsessed. It was everything.
What fry are you gonna give it?
Super size, baby.
Super size for you, Josh. Alex, where were you at on the Raja O'Hara look?
She looked great. And this hot take again, I didn't hate the original of this look. I mean, either. They were like, don't make pants out of burlap. I'm like, she doesn't look bad.
It looked fierce.
Yeah, she looked like it wasn't groundbreaking the first time around, but it wasn't horrible. Mm-hmm. So to see this look elevated, I really liked it. And I thought I wasn't stunned, but it was a solid look and she looked amazing. And I really can't complain about it at all. So it's a large fry.
And you know what? I think with the original look, what I want to say is that if she had done something different with the makeup, it would have been fierce. Because let's think about Davina DeCampo, season 1, with the Alternative Materials Challenge, where she made pants, and I wouldn't say
out of IKEA bags.
Yeah, and they were fierce, but it gave me sort of a similar vibe. And if she had leaned into the androgynous, I don't think it would have looked sloppy. I think it would have looked like a gag.
Totally.
Because the construction wasn't bad. It just sort of all didn't come together right.
Yeah, because this was constructed well, if I remember. I don't think they read her on construction issues, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I liked this look from her. It's a large fry for me as well.
I was living.
Next, we have Ms. Pandora Box, giving me sort of conservative ball, Southern Mother of the Bride.
The first time she was the Muppets, and this time it was the Muppets Take Manhattan, Mama. Okay,
it was a very pretty blue dress with long sleeves and a really nice sort of green floral element winding down. It was pretty. There's nothing wrong with it. I was just underwhelmed. Clarissa, what is Pandora doing this season? Wake Up Girl. Pandora's doing actually really well for Pandora.
I don't know. Sorry, Clarissa. I don't think you're explaining it all this time because I disagree. I think Pandora is doing good. I think Pandora is also stepping her pussy up from her original seasons. First time she played, she was the lady at the mall with Jujubee, or she was the Karen. She was dressed up as Karen. This time, I think she's stepping it up a little bit. I think Pandora's gotten a lot better.
But here's the thing: is that Pandora's not giving winner. Pandora's giving Dita Ritz.
I think Pandora's giving most improved.
Yes.
Yes. Most improved. Actually, that's Raja.
I would say Raja.
What I wanted to say about this though is that let's say that Raja came out wearing that dress that Pandora wore. How would we feel about it then?
Literally, if any of them came out wearing that dress, we would read them.
We would read them for filth.
Mm-hmm.
But if Pandora walks out in that dress, we're like, good for her.
Oh, a heel above 3 inches. What a woman.
I'm every woman. No, but what I'm trying to say is that it's not fair for us to hold Pandora to a different standard than the other contestants. So as far as this runway, this was the weakest look.
Okay, Adam, we promise we'll talk about the episode and not spoil anything for
you. We won't spoil anything at all.
JK.
JK. LOL, we'll watch it tomorrow. You scamp. Oh. Madame Caliente, she's 48. We got to give her flowers before she dies.
First of all, 48 is not old.
Yeah, Josh, like, you're practically that age. You and Pandora are like twins.
I'm every woman. It's all in me.
Anything you want, baby? I'll do it naturally. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Having fun with the Capture Queens. That's what we do.
Oh my god. Hi, Chantel.
Hi, Chantel.
Y'all, quick shout out while we're taking this little break. You got to check out Josh, Alex, and Chantel on their Big Brother podcast. They go live every elimination night. I crawled through the background and made a cameo appearance in their episode last night. It sounded so much fun. It's going to be a great season.
We love Chantel too.
We love you, Chantel.
Make sure to check out her channel, Reality Realness.
Realness. Chantel is the queen.
The queen. We love you, baby. We love you. So next we have Ms. Jada Sophia redoing her promo look because Jada was really the first of the night, I think.
Oh wait, Sam, what size fry do you give Pandora?
Oh, I skipped it because I didn't even want to acknowledge it. It's like it's a medium. It's like it's a medium fry that's missing some. It was you did give me the carton that I asked for. You just didn't give me the value.
Sam, it's a medium fry that you get at the McDonald's across the street.
Yeah, it's from McJanky's. Shout out to the 8 Mile McDonald's in the Meier parking lot. McJanky's.
We have advertisements like Planet Kiki's is Hamburger Mary's. Ours is
what? I don't care reading them because they were rude as fuck when I drove through in drag with a car full of drag queens. They were rude. And then I wrote to their corporate because I wanted to get some free, at least a free Coke. And they were just we're sorry that they were rude to you and your drag queen friends.
Maybe you had a complicated order.
So
okay.
McJanky's, if you're listening, listeners of the pod, McJanky's, you're canceled.
You're canceled, McJanky's. Okay.
Yeah, anyway, small fry for Pandora.
Yeah. Okay. Next we get into Jada Sophia serving her promo look from her original season. Because why? Jada hasn't worn anything that needs to be redeemed. Jada always looks fucking hot.
Yeah.
And this was, but in that same sense, there's nothing she could have really done to she could have done more, but she also didn't we weren't going to be gagged by any of the transformations. So it was fine. It was a black bodysuit black bodysuit with the cape on the side because she wants to be naked. I was underwhelmed. I'm gonna throw this to you too, Josh.
I was underwhelmed too, but I did like the revealed leg and her booty was snatched. So I mean, it looked good. The body looked good, but the body can't get you everywhere. So I'm gonna give it a medium plus.
Alex, where are you at on this?
I was glad to see her not wearing the titties.
Yes, the titties.
Yeah, so it was nice to see that. She looked great. I like that she was wearing her signature braids that she wore a lot on her original season, and she has not worn them on this season. So it was kind of a nod to that. So I liked that. I thought there was a lot of cool elements, but I wasn't floored. But there's nothing to complain about, so I give it a large.
It's a medium for me. It was too simple. You know, it's like we can't fault these other queens for having too simple a look.
I thought it was
You know.
elevated drag though. Like she did the challenge. I could see the similarities between the two, and it was an elevated version of an already good outfit.
But it wasn't elevated enough for me to be like, wow, this is a serve, you've really improved. Like if she had worn that on her original season, I wouldn't have thought that it stood out from the other looks that she
That's
did.
true. Like it
You
wasn't
know,
it wasn't groundbreaking like 2021 drag.
You guys,
Yeah,
it was the same outfit.
It was the same.
It was literally the same
It
outfit.
was the same
Yeah.
outfit.
It was
I will
same
say
outfit.
I agree with Madame Caliente that Yara has not aged at all.
No.
No.
Yara looks incredible.
She drank the potion. If
The
anyone has
body
seen
is
the movie
stacked.
Death Becomes Her, she drank the potion.
She drank the potion.
Yeah, she
She
did.
drank the potion.
So it's a medium fry for me. But otherwise, we got a large from Josh, a large from Alex.
Yeah, she looks good.
No, you medium from you.
A medium plus is what I gave her.
Medium
Yeah,
plus.
I'll do that. Y'all convince me to bump her down.
Medius.
Just
Knock her
trying to
down
put
a
a queen
peg.
down. Next, we have Trinity K. Bonet. TKB looking stunning. And Josh, you referenced Queen of the
Queen
Damned.
of the Damned is what I got from TKB. I
Doing
thought
a
it
revamped
was
promo look.
stunning. It was stunting. Loved it. Super size. It was so
Alex,
good.
Alex, you had the comment that it is difficult to pull off a look like that. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
For sure. Yeah. I was saying that I was impressed by this because it is hard to pull off a black gown because a black gown can very easily just look like any other black gown. It will look either like a blob or just nothing. And so the fact that we could see all the detail, we could see all the intricate beading, we got the concept that she was doing, because it's hard to portray a concept in a gown, a black gown, period. So I give her a super size simply on the fact that that's a tough pick to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she looked amazing. So
yep. Oh yeah, the shimmery black against her skin, and then with the eye makeup that she chose and the colored contacts. I mean, it was chilling and gorgeous. It is a super size for me. I was gagged. I thought it was
she looked great.
Absolutely stunning. TKB also choosing a promo look because none of her looks were bad.
But she never really had a bad look. She never did. Every single week in BB6, she slayed that runway.
And BB6.
In BB6.
I'm sorry, I'm mixing it up. On RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6.
Well, with some of the drama that Trinity's been giving, I would love to see her on Big Brother.
She'd be fierce.
She'd be fierce. She would be telling everyone, okay, y'all, okay, but you need to acknowledge me. Like, stop running around here trying not to get eliminated.
Sorry,
I
I
am the head of household.
Last week when she was the HOH, she had her moment.
She did not use that power. Vita Mama. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just really geeked still about that new cast. We're really excited. Catch me in Knots on Wednesday.
Check them on Wednesday. But TKB, Alex, where are you at on this look?
Oh, it's a super size.
Super size. Josh, super size.
Absolutely. Queen
super
of
sizes across
Goddamn.
the board. Next we get Jan, and this was a little bit of a controversial look. Jan redoing her entrance look where she turned sort of her sporty spice vibe into a gown. It was weird. Like it didn't take it into camp for me. It just was sort of
it was not good. I'm just gonna be able to say that it wasn't. Come on, Jan, you can do so much better. You've done so much better. It was not good. It was so basic. Like it just didn't work. The color of it worked for what Jan wore the first time as like a spoof. Like let's play some basketball, Fergie.
Real quick, and I'd like to acknowledge Clarissa's comment. Clarissa, I said the exact same thing.
Yeah, we agree.
I do not think Jan's wig made her look matronly. I thought it was very pretty. It was very all grown up. I thought it was I thought the wig itself was gorgeous, and like the idea was good, but it was the execution was just weak. I'm sorry,
Hi, Jan. How are you,
Jan? I think that the look was classy for Jan. like the redo from her season? Like, what other look would she redo? That's what we were saying. Is the what else would she redo? And Josh was saying, was it
the Michelle Visage, because it's so iconic and it's been made her into a meme queen? She should have redone the Michelle look with the crazy eyes. She should have done that.
Like,
that
take your moment.
That would have been iconic.
She could have come out like full zombie in the Michelle look,
right?
And it would have been like full like crazy eyes, running makeup.
I think like
would have been hilarious.
Glass in her, something with like fake blood or something, looking like she
broke
those eyes. That would have been fun.
Like, take your moment, Jan. Like, you did not need to redo that look.
I was thinking also if she had done the Michelle look, but she made it like a production, where there was a reveal, or there was, confetti coming out of her arms, or she had a packing peanut like gun that she could like shoot, not packing peanuts, like airplane peanuts.
Yeah.
Where she could like shoot out at the judges, like just something.
Yeah, so that it was like, you should not have sent me home in this.
Yeah.
Or you should have let me win in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
So I'm going to give it a small. We don't say that about my Jan. I'm going to say small. Sorry.
We love Jan, but RuPaul was real mad that Jan didn't get eliminated this week. RuPaul's gasped at the end. She was like, oh, you didn't choose Jan?
And Jan was an option? For redemption, you need to choose a look that was not your best moment. And in my opinion, the entrance look was my least favorite season. At least Jan followed the assignment. Work. Okay. Yeah.
I got it. It was nothing to write home about. It just wasn't it for me.
If she has this whole Fergie thing that she does it a lot. I've seen her videos and her lip syncs about let's play some basketball, making fun of Fergie doing the national anthem. She should have done it up more, I feel like. And she should have gone out of it more. I think it was safe. I think this up
was safe.
It was safe. And I think she was playing up to save Jan, but like I think she could have gone that extra mile with it. I think that's more of what I'm saying. But
it was a medium for me.
Yeah, for me it's a small because it was a purple gown that was lined.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I see it. I hear it. Yeah. No, yeah. I get it. This is all stars.
Yeah. But I do disagree. The wig looked good on her.
Yes. Yeah. We all agree that the wig was good. Next up, we have Ginger, who is redoing her Queens in Space look, which, like, okay, I do want to say I liked the Miss Piggy Pigs in Space look. I know I can't explain it. It just worked for me. I just liked it. And I was not a huge fan of this revamp. I know we shouldn't expect Ginger to like be a fashionable queen, but like, but it was weird. And Alex, you actually made an interesting point that you didn't think it was supposed to be pretty.
I don't think this look was ever supposed to be pretty. Even the first time. Mm-hmm. I think Ginger took Future of Drag and kind of went in like a weirdo direction with it, which is fine because who's to say what the future is? But the first time around, it looked sloppy and it didn't make sense. Whereas this look looked like it was intentional and it looked like a cohesive look. And I actually thought it was cool. I wanted to look at a picture of it and look at it more. Like it was a weird look. It wasn't like flattering on Ginger's short body. I wouldn't like me and Ginger are the same size essentially. We're both 5'2".
Mm-hmm.
So I would not look good in those pants, but I don't think that Ginger was trying to look good in those pants. So I don't give this a large. I give it a medium. Mm-hmm. I think it was an interesting look.
Yeah, it's a medium for me as well. I'm intrigued, but I'm not gagged,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's fun. I could actually see Eureka in that material if she were to do like an elephant queen.
Yes.
Like I was surprised that there wasn't more sort of like elephant, because that was what I got. I got elephant from it.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, how did you feel about this?
I agree with Adrian. I think it was good from the neck up. I didn't like the ruffles. It just didn't match together well. I got the idea of what she was doing because that first one was just one of the worst things I've ever seen on Drag Race, in my opinion. But it worked, but I will give it a medium. I'm going to give it a medium for effort.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought it looked better than the first one, so work. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it a medium and a nice mint on the side.
Throw it in the trash from Madame Caliente.
Turn that frown upside down.
So next we get Silky Nutmeg, Dr. Reverend Silky Nutmeg Ganache, redoing her drag family values disco look. She was serving car wash buffer couture, and I lived for it. I loved it. Those tassels. Yes, girl. It was some of the best Silky's ever looked on that stage.
I agree. Yeah. Silky stepped her puss up. I loved it. I really loved it. And makes me sad. It makes me
probably read anyone else for that look. I don't know. No, do you know what? It was a fierce look. It wasn't anything.
It looks great.
That would have looked good on any. What's cool about that look is it would have looked good on any body type.
Yeah.
Like imagine that on like an Aquaria body, like a small, tiny person. That the movement of that would have looked fierce.
Yeah. No, it looks good on anyone. You're right.
Yeah, and the Silky's favorite look for me was her promo look so far.
Amazing.
This tops it. I loved it. I want to see Silky perform a number in that look.
Okay, I just need to get into Silky because it's fine. I'll get in more later. But basically, I feel bad because I feel like she was not given a fair chance at some times in her original season. I think this really was her redemption, and I really hope that I don't want to spoil anything, but I hope with whatever happens that Silky can really make a name for herself. I really hope so. I think Silky deserves it. I think that she's gotten a lot better. I really think she's taking critiques, and I want to see Silky do good.
With this twist that they're doing, I'm glad that we are going to get to see Silky on our TV screen for at least one more episode because she really does deserve the airtime and she deserves to have the fans know who she is because I feel like she kind of went out on a weird note on this episode. So I'm glad that she will at least be on the screen one more time.
Totally. Although I did love the moment of Silky just really throwing everyone under the bus. It's the best reading she's ever done. It is truly the best reading she's ever done.
While hugging Jan.
While hugging, like throwing them all. Oh, it was beautiful. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Jan broke the same curse, everyone.
She did. So finally we have Akira Davenport in her caftan revamp. It was nothing special for me. It was very regular. It was common. I was underwhelmed. It is a medium for me. I have no further thoughts.
Yeah, like that was drag.
You did it.
It was a caftan. I will. She got the assignment right this time. The first time she did not wear a caftan, but this time she did, and I will give her that credit. So I'm going to give it a medium. It was probably one of the weaker looks with
Honey Mahogany wore a caftan, and look where that got her.
Girl, Honey Mahogany.
Ooh, Dolores, it was working for you.
Honey Mahog body, mama.
Apparently we are wrong, and the comments loved this. So
wow, y'all.
We were just like, work, that's a caftan.
It's a caftan. You did it.
Through caftan. We should all wear caftans next week, everybody.
I can put one on right now.
Sam, I think you should.
Oh my God, is that Moo Moo a caftan?
Moo Moos are caftans.
Josh.
Oh, Lord.
Josh told Sam that Sam's not allowed to wear Moo Moo on our podcast, and honestly, that's homophobic to me. So,
folks at home, please let me know. Please let me know if you would like me to appear in a caftan at some point on the pod.
Let us know in the comments.
Body in a caftan? Do you want me to twirl for you in a caftan?
Give it a twirl!
Give it a twirl! Give it a twirl! What was?
Sorry.
Work it, girl.
So Adrian, if you look on Instagram, I believe Jiggly has posted her post-apocalyptic look.
Her redemption. Let's talk about Jiggly's look. Have you all seen it?
Yeah, I have.
It's not good.
It's not
mess.
Jiggly, what is going on, girl?
Jiggly Jiggly's never had good looks though. Jiggly's a personality.
Yeah.
The girl
Like-
with personality. I'm trying to find the look right now.
We all thought that Jiggly was going to come back and like maybe surprise us, but the fact that Jiggly hasn't surprised us.
Madam Caliente, will you send the look to Josh, please?
I'm
Yes,
trying. Is it on
please.
her Twitter? No, it's not on her Twitter. She has not used Twitter in a long time, Mama.
Oh, Clarissa thought it was a joke at first.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
I'm trying to find it right now. Give me
At
one.
least the face is beat, though. You're right, Adrian.
glad you found it, Adrian. Yeah.
Oh my god. Girl,
It's not
well, it is a little bit better. It's a little better. It's a little bit.
I
It's
actually prefer the original look.
the
Hot takes.
Hot take.
No, you
I
know
think
what,
the
Adrian? I agree. The face was beat.
Oh, the mug is right.
It's good.
No, no, I missed the.
template. It looks good. I don't think it's horrible.
The mug is right. The look.
I loved Jiggly's original look. I think it's iconic. I think it was incredible. I think it was groundbreaking. I think it changed the course of the show forever.
It changed the name drag, honestly.
It changed the face of drag.
It changed drag forever.
I would
Hot
like to think
potato
Laganja is
couture.
trying to change the face of drag, but that's just me.
Clarissa's like, no, it doesn't.
No, you know who changed the
Jiggly
face
was
of
not.
drag?
No.
Son, motherfucking Beyond. That's who changed the face of drag. Because
It's
it's
not
not
RuPaul's
RuPaul's
Best
best
Friend
friend
Race.
race.
Yeah, really a true pioneer of the show.
LaShawn Beyond has like so many iconic lines for someone who is in two episodes
Yeah.
and who
I
they've
like
never
some of
brought
them.
back and they still quote to this day.
They need to give LaShawn Beyond like a check every time someone says this is not RuPaul's Best Friend Race on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pay that woman.
Pay that woman. What's she doing now? If anyone knows what's going on,
She makes clothes. She's a seamstress.
Love
Good for
her.
her.
Like a,
Love that
yeah,
for
she's
her.
a designer and seamstress.
Does
I
she
believe.
work along with Serena Cha-Cha?
No, I think she's actually designed some stuff for Bob, if I'm not
Oh.
mistaken.
good for her. Good
Yeah.
for LaShawn. Okay, y'all. I think it's time that we get into these commercials. What do y'all think?
Yes, commercials.
Or those
Okay.
one act plays. That's what we'll
So
call
we are
them.
gonna go in order. But yes, Adrian, I agree. Raja, TKB, and Scarlett really killed it on this runway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scarlett, I think, is not totally being slept on. I think she's not quite. She's
I
giving me
agree
big
with
Blair
you,
St.
Adrian.
Clair energy. You
I
know,
agree
of
with
like she's
Adrian.
up there, but she's not the best.
Yeah, I mean, I did not like Blair St. Clair on her season, but
I like Scarlett.
they're on All Stars, so fight me, anybody
No,
who's trying to.
I will say
defend
I
Blair
agree with
St.
Adrian. I think Scarlett has had snatched runways all season, and I think she's also really stepped that pussy up. And I think Scarlett's doing great. So Adrian, I agree with you.
I liked RuPaul's purple gown. I thought it
Yeah.
was cute, Dolores.
Oh,
RuPaul looked great on the runway.
Mhm.
it was
Really pretty
stunning.
color. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Spandulina.
Okay, let's get into our first commercial, The Exorcists. We had Kylie Sonique Love, Scarlett Envy, and Eureka O'Hara. Who would like to take Alex? Why don't you take The Exorcists? Because this was your idea a few years ago, was to do something like this.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a show called Alex Knows It All. It's very funny. And
A live comedy show.
It's a
a live
live.
comedy show. It's you got to be in Detroit to see it, Hanny.
Mhm.
But I have a show, and we like to write a lot of comedy songs. And one of the songs I wanted to write was called "I Don't Work Out, I Exercise," and it was going to be me exercising ghosts, but then like exercising. And how fun would that be? And then that was like 3 years ago that I had that idea, and I never made it. And now look at this. So here we are. They took my
You could
idea.
have sued Drag Race.
Sue Drag Race, because I have lyrics that I wrote written in my phone.
And they stole
So
it from you.
they stole it from me.
You should get a part of it.
But
like,
this what I will say about this, it was a good idea, obviously. But what bummed me out is that Eureka stole the show, which is awesome for her, but I would have really liked to see more from the other two. I would like to see more from Sonique and Scarlett, because the little parts that they did was funny,
mhm.
but I would needed to be more, because it was really not the energy was off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the energy was like, it was like here when it was Eureka wasn't on, and then when Eureka was on, it was through the roof. So it was
I
just
think
really weird.
Eureka saved their team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think Scarlett was okay in the challenge. I don't think Scarlett was bad.
KSL was certainly the weakest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if this had been individually judged, she would have been in the bottom.
I agree.
But not eliminated, though. I think she's well liked by everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't, I mean, she would have been in the bottom.
I don't think they would have eliminated her.
Remember when they told Candy she should tone it down for acting challenges because she's always so bold? This is nothing for Eureka. That's what we always see. It's true, though, but they like Eureka. They can understand Eureka. Like, Eureka, the difference between, like, Candy and Eureka is, like, Candy could just be loud at times, you know? Eureka is, when she does it, she's great.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know, like,
Eureka's performance was fierce.
It was fierce.
Yeah.
It was fierce.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and Kylie looked amazing. I agree with you, Adrian.
And
Kylie looked great.
Is that Kylie matched Scarlett's energy enough?
Yes.
That we got, like, she looked better by association. Like, they sort of shielded the fact that Kylie was not great.
And Kylie made a little quote that she's so used to just being in the clubs and doing lip syncs that this stuff is kind of outside her reach. This is outside her box. So I would love to see her grow and get better at these type things throughout the season. I hope it happens. I do really like her a lot. So
I want to talk a bit about Clarissa's comment right here with this is what we expect from Eureka, Honey Boo Boo, and Bossy Rossi. What we always see. I'd like to see her take a smaller role and shine. I agree because what Josh said the other day is that Eureka gives like divine energy. Mm-hmm. Like Eureka's the closest thing to divine right now. And I agree with that for sure. And I feel like Eureka kind of leans on this like shock humor sometimes, or like this like gross out humor.
Or even just loud humor.
Yeah. And it's like, I do that shit. So I'm not like out here being like, no, but like I feel like there's a time and place, and in a competition you get one, you know. And if she does that again, like if she does like a Snatch Game character that's like that, or if she does another character that's like that, I think she might get red for it. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Adrian, I actually agree with you though there. I wish they would have kept the right scene that Kylie said to Scarlett when Eureka broke the bed as well. I thought both of those were golden moments that would have been really funny.
In the edit, for sure.
In the edit, and it's unfortunate that they lost some.
But whoever was editing these commercials seemed to be editing out a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, well, but we heard about that Jan's song got edited as well in the talent show. You know, we're hearing that the edit is more and more, I think we're getting exposed to how much the show is edited to like give us the winners that they want.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought overall this group did well. I thought Eureka would have been in the top if it was not being judged by group. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about really quick the idea to judge by group, because I thought it was a great idea. It brought a lot of chaos. I thought it was fun. I think it's because so rarely do we actually see them judge people by their whole group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think it keeps them on their toes, because you get these group challenges where people are like, oh, the group doesn't matter, I'm going to do my own thing, because they know that they're not ever going to be judged by a group.
They were in the original seasons, like season 1 through 4. They were
winning groups.
Then they stopped it and it never came back again. So they threw a twist.
Mm-hmm. And what I like though, what we've seen in this season and what we've saw in season 13 is they are, I think, at a place where they understand more than ever before what people want to see on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they understand what people liked. They understand what made their golden age their golden age. You know, it's that correct combination of casting and writing that makes a good season. And they're, I think, running this season really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think also that the judging by groups they were trying to stir up some drama.
Mm-hmm. They're begging for drama. They're begging, and the queens are so terrified of the fans that they're not giving it to us.
No,
They are terrified.
Silky was bullied into the bottom by social media. I don't care what y'all say. Like, Silky was bullied into the bottom because she was so concerned about what the fans were going to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree. It's because Silky was even saying, I don't want to, we'll get there when we talk about Silky's commercial.
We're gonna go out of order. What we should just talk about, we're on the topic. Let's talk about Silky and the special occasion group. The sketch was a mess, and it was arguably the strongest team.
Yeah.
On paper, that was the strongest team.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Silky too. She gave up lines.
Yeah.
She gave up lines. And here's the thing that we know about working in the comedy scene is that if you're in a group like that for a competition, it's a cage match. It's no holds barred. You have to protect yourself in that situation. And Silky didn't, because she was concerned about the fans.
And I honestly, I don't blame her for being afraid of the fans, because she's one of those queens who got it worse than anybody else. Because she was season 11, right?
Yeah, her,
and Raja. A lot of the queens.
Season 11 was peak fans being allowed by the franchise to be shitty to queens.
Yeah.
Season 11 was before World of Wonder and Drag Race started being like, fans, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. So Silky got it worse than pretty much anybody. I would say Silky's one of the most bullied queens in Drag Race history by the fans. So I don't blame her for being terrified.
Probably up there with her season 11 sister Raja.
Yeah.
Raja was treated like shit too, which is, I feel terrible for now, seeing Raja just slay this season and show how strong of a queen she is. But I think Raja's really, really took that and really is kind of like pulling in Alaska in some ways. Like, she's come back so strong. I'm like, how did I miss this her first season? But
I think it was a combination of edit, and she said in her interviews she had very misdirected energy.
Yeah.
She came in very hot, and they will play on that.
Yeah.
It's a combination. It's got to be there in the first place, but they can do a lot to make it look, to make you the villain.
Yeah.
I feel sad because it's like us as the audience have almost gotten robbed of the Silky Nutmeg Ganache experience on the season, because she had to come back and placate these fans that have bullied her for years.
When she has been doing pretty well. I like this version of Silky that we've seen.
Because it's her. It's her being her.
Let's talk about the rest of this group, though.
Yeah.
Ginger with her Richard Slimmons was, I would argue, Ginger did the best out of anyone just for that character segment alone. It was so funny.
Yeah.
It's the funniest I've ever seen Ginger.
I used to be overweight, but look at me now. I haven't lost any weight, but I gained a new sense of self.
So funny.
It was the best part of the commercial for sure. It was funny. It was the highlight.
It was really one of the highlights of the entire challenge for me.
Yeah.
It was good. And y'all know I'm hard on Ginger. But that was good.
There's Twitter drama between Silky and TKB.
I didn't see it. I want to hear all about it.
But we did see that TKB, after saying, "Girl, you're good with me," and then TKB grabbed Silky's lip sync on the way out.
Is that what the drama's about? Let us know.
Probably, because TKB's turned into a big old villain.
She is, but I'm here for it. I love TKB. Nothing can ruin the legacy. Jan was very perky as per usual.
It didn't work. It was like broken glass.
She is so desperate to please that we lose the talent. Because Jan if Jan just took a chill pill, she would be so good, but they don't give her anything. I'm like, you gotta like Jan is a flower, I feel, that needs to be tended.
I know. Throw her a freaking bone, RuPaul.
Choose her as the redemption queen. Ru loves a redemption queen. Jan has the goods.
Jan has been done poorly. I still buy that. I think Jan was done so wrong in her season. Like, Jan was bullied by RuPaul. It was not fair.
Why does RuPaul hate Jan?
I don't know. Maybe Jan, like, stole her man or something. I don't know what happened, but, like, RuPaul just doesn't like her.
It's tragic.
Jan got to the good fracking sites first.
Girl!
Now, I finally want to talk about Miss Akira Chanel Davenport. That gaping hole line, like, firmly planted her. Like, you could see the panic in her eyes. It was not great.
Oh.
That was not great. It was like Akira, girl.
Didn't do so well.
There was no like winning moment for her.
Where is the personality, Akira? Where is it? We saw it in season 11 briefly, but not this season. What's going on?
I feel like season 11, she was like a moderate personality on a season that was a lot of look queens, you know, and it was like a season without a lot of like huge personalities, which is why she seemed bigger, but she hasn't done much this season.
Yeah. She definitely was on a season that allowed her sense of humor to shine because she is funny and she is creative and she, you know,
and those queens weren't funny.
But in a challenge like this, where it was a little more, it was less improv-y than the challenge that she exceeded in with the twerking is a blessing. I feel like she really thrives when she has to go off the cuff.
I think so too. I think she's good at escalating.
Yes. And she's not good at like delivering a line or like hitting a mark.
But I want to go down to Adrian's comment. There was just too much going on with this commercial. It was more, and it didn't necessarily feel like a commercial along with the exorcism one. You know, like it was just sort of, it was chaotic. They tried, and the problem is sometimes when you get that many talented people in a group, you try to do too much. You get too big for your britches, and it gets too complicated.
Yeah. It was very that. It just seemed like a high school, you know, assignment, and they all had ideas and didn't know how to edit them down.
Any final thoughts on the special occasion queens?
No.
Fab. Finally, we have our fixers, our winning group, Miss Pandora, Raja, Trinity, and Jada. And this was the one that was most fully recognizable as a commercial.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out Pandora in this moment of like the working queen who has made commercials before for a local TV station. It so speaks to like the story of like the queens that we know. You know?
Yeah.
Like local girl.
Guys, let's say it all on three. Let's say it. 1, 2, 3. Fix it, bitch! They don't need to fix it. It's already been fixed.
They did a good job. I thought, now I'm wondering what y'all think about this. I thought that the average for the Fix-It group was the highest. But I did not, I thought Trinity was okay, but I thought she would have been third in a top 3. You know, with Eureka and Ginger.
I think on top of, if you look at the runways though, TKB did well in her commercial and on the runway.
Yeah, that's true. And out of the 3, she did the best.
Yeah. She did the best across both categories, whereas the other 2 were kind of questionable on the runway. So I think that's why she had that win. And also her group's commercial was the strongest. So
my only critique was that I didn't really get, she and Pandora had very different outfits, and I wish they had been more similar.
Raja and Pandora?
Yeah, what did I say?
TKB.
Oh. Yeah, no, Raja and Pandora had very different outfits, and I wish they had been more similar. You know, it's fine if Jada and Trinity had different outfits, because they weren't like part of the but I'm like, they were a team. Raja and Pandora were like the Fix-It team. It would have been nice to see a little bit more, but like
it was hard to tell that the product was Pandora and Raja being the Fix-It team.
But I mean, they killed it. It was very funny.
But like I also really don't care.
Yeah, I don't care enough.
Yeah.
And
Trinity, the best one, though.
Trinity was the strongest on the team. but the average was so high. They all killed it. They all did well.
I think Pandora did really good. I think they all did really good. All four of them did amazing. It was funny. I was laughing.
Yeah,
I thought Yara was the funniest.
Clarissa, Pandora isn't asleep behind the wheel. She just has bad vision because she's old.
Okay, first
she
of all,
needs to get her bifocals. Okay,
I'm sorry. I nearly
cataracts.
Guys, I literally pissed myself a little when Yara was like, "There's so much of meat I can make a sandwich." I was dying. I was like, "Yes, Mama, let me get you some Wonder Bread."
Oh, it was so funny. It was really good. But it was great. It was so good overall. But yeah, Adrian, I agree. This is Raja's third time in the top, technically. Good for her. She's killing it this season. So I want to go into just a really two significant moments. We have all the dolls sitting in the workroom and Trinity claiming her moment, because after this bottom team, they wanted votes for Ginger, they wanted votes for Jan. This was a vote that could have gotten very messy very quickly, and it started to, and then Trinity was like, hold up, pay attention to me, get your life together. I'm about to like hype all y'all up, which I don't. Okay, let's just talk about this whole moment in general with Trinity, because it was her feedback with the girls and her conversations with them was chaotic.
Yeah. Trinity's chaos in this was great, though. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, Josh, how did you feel about the whole Trinity issue, the whole Trinity situation?
So Trinity just wanted her moment. The moment is Trinity, and she was slaying. So that's really it. Okay. I thought Trinity is incredible, and they were giving her the moment that she wanted. She deserved that moment.
She did, and she took it. And I'm here for this version of Trinity as like a little bit of a villain. I also want to call out the Raja and Scarlett moment. I don't know. It was a lot of that, but that was untucked. But I think it's still significant of they were saying how Silky and Akira just sort of put themselves in the bottom.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to really rescue themselves. They threw themselves down there. So I think I want to see alliances. I'm like, girls, you're so close. You're on the edge of glory.
We are only 3 episodes in now, so you never know, okay?
You never know.
It can pick up next episode. We don't know what's going to happen. So, like, I have a feeling it's going to happen. I think we should be patient and let's see what happens, because I think we're about to get some Survivor meets Drag Race. I think it's coming.
I hope so.
I feel like it's on the way because TKB is acting chaotic.
Yeah.
And I feel like next episode, with how these votes went down and how it was so close, it's going to get sloppy.
Yes. And I hope it does. I think it would be so much fun. So I want to get into this legendary lip sync that we got tonight, because it was, it's up there. It's top 10 best of all time. It's extraordinary.
I say top 5.
Josh, why don't you walk us through what happened at the beginning of this? So they reveal the lip sync assassin.
Before they reveal the lip sync assassin, y'all, okay? One of my favorite queens of all time, I've quoted this woman for 7 years, is Laganja Stranja. I have always loved Laganja. I've always stood for her. Even though people were annoyed of her during her season, I was like, Mama, she changed Drag Race. Well, actually, Alaska changed Drag Race because she made fun of her. But Laganja changed the face of Drag Race forever. And this drag queen is one of my favorites of all time. And I was like, they have to bring Laganja on. It's All-Star 6. It's 6. We need to see her. And it opened and no one came out. And I was like, just wait. And then I was like, oh, you want a twist? And I'm like, yes!
Absolutely lost it. So Laganja is she going to jump from there? Jumps from a height into a split, gives her iconic entrance line, and slayed the lip sync to physical. Now, we had some debates about how what the performances were like. I actually preferred like 90% of TKB's performance. She started because what she gives in a performance is like natural woman. She gives the words are coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. Because Laganja started immediately with like the bucking right off the bat.
It was too
which
much
is
for
fierce.
me. It's fierce, but I didn't want it.
Better than anyone.
You can't insult a top 5 of all time lip sync.
I can.
Critical of it. No, I am retracting that.
We're not insulting her. We're giving an opinion.
Like, this is
but Clarissa agrees with you. Clarissa explained it all, so Clarissa agrees. So.
Yeah, it was a little because it's softer at the beginning, and when you buck in a moment like that, it loses impact and it shows that you aren't connecting with the song. I think that truly Laganja could have taken a note from Trinity because I thought Trinity's opening was so beautiful.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
It was so controlled. And then when she went into the choreography, we all gasped.
We did.
We were all gagged.
Because that's what Laganja was lacking was a build. Because it did build in like the difficulty of the tricks she was doing, but there was no like emotional build and there was no connection to the song. She could have been doing that to any song.
I think the second half she started doing that.
And again, this was such a good lip sync. We are like picking, little things here.
Yeah. And
because both of them did extraordinarily well.
Laganja fucking killed it.
Guys, that move Laganja makes where she does a buck and then flips over and like.
She does a buck. She does a dip.
She does a buck.
Buck and a dip. I was like, yes, mama, give me that fucking dip.
She bucks and she clucks.
She bucks, she clucks. Laganja's dance could have gone with any song, correct. TKB killed the song.
With me.
Now, folks at home.
But we will say TKB lost this. Once she brought out that fan, it fizzled out. So that's why she lost. And I agree.
And Alex, you made the comment that you thought she might be in her head.
Because she saw all those flips happening.
Yeah. When what she was doing was just as fierce. But it just seemed like she ran out of steam at the end of the number. And Laganja drove it into the ground.
I feel like she probably came into this being like, okay, I have like this weight on my shoulders of being like the lip syncer of the show. But I'm an old school lip syncer and I'm on a new school season. Old school, there wasn't as much bucking. Now it's all bucking. So she gets on stage with a bucker immediately. So she probably saw it happening and was like, well, fuck me. I'm done. That's kind of the vibe that it was at the end. Yeah, she was spooked. Totally.
Thinking too hard about that 10K, baby.
I'm going to comment to Madame Caliente about Dua Lipa. The reason for that is because Future Nostalgia was one of the best albums of 2020. Hands down, mama.
It's a really good album.
Down. Every song on that album was good. So that doesn't surprise me.
But Adrian, absolutely. The Assassins and lip sync so far are so good. I mean, they're bringing back the real ones. Yeah, well, they tested it out last season, and I think that they're like, it works, and they probably have more money to pay the dolls, and that's why they are able to book these talents.
I'm still just mad that they made Kennedy Davenport do Fancy.
Because I love Fancy, but it would have been so much better from someone else.
Right?
It's sad.
They should have just have Morgan come back and do Two of Hearts.
Two hearts that beat as one.
Someone brought it up earlier, the Morgan verse.
Sonique Love.
I call it the box. She has the box.
Now, Clarissa, I just want to say, I actually do hope we get Fancy again this year. I love Fancy by Reba McEntire. I think it's a great song, and it could be a fun lip sync song. It's wordy, like it's complicated, like it's like doing Fancy is a flex.
Oh, it is, but not a flex that Kennedy Davenport needs.
Not for Kennedy Davenport.
That's not Kennedy's kind of flex.
This is on track to potentially be as good as 2. The problem with beating 2 is that season All-Stars 2 has such iconic queens.
Yeah, like you are excited to see them bloom together.
Too, guys.
And we aren't necessarily looking at, we weren't necessarily like coming in like, ooh, Raja O'Hara, you know, Lemmy. We were like, why did they cast this bitch? And we're pleasantly surprised, but
Yeah.
like, you know, all of the queens going into All Stars 2, we were like, what? Like, no, shut up. You know, like it was
It was a
exciting.
parade of the favorites.
It really was. And we've never gotten that again.
And we never really can get that again unless they bring those queens back.
Some of them, at least.
Some of
Certainly.
those queens combined with favorites now, because it really was a favorites season.
Guys, Adrian has a cool question. Who do we wish to see as a lip sync assassin later this season? I think we're getting Cameron next week. So I think we're getting Cameron. Sam, who were you saying? You were saying, or was it Alex?
Oh, no, I said, okay, so based on like the sneak peek that we got of the assassin, I thought it could be Cameron Michaels, or weirdly, because I think it looked like something that she wore in All Stars 1. For some reason, I thought Chad Michaels.
How weird would that be?
A Cher song?
It could be a Cher song.
That
should
would
be
be
going
hard.
out there as lip sync assassin, y'all. I could take anyone down as Cher. We're good.
But like putting someone up against Chad Michaels on a Cher song would be a gag.
That would be a gag. Yeah. No,
I actually kind of want that.
No,
now.
I was kind of like, what the fuck are you saying when you said that at first, Sam? But now I'm like, that would be fierce.
But like, let's not forget, like, Chad Michaels is a pretty good lip syncer.
Yeah.
She's not bad.
And the first winner of All Stars.
You know who else is a good lip syncer is Manila.
Manila's a great lip syncer.
Manila's a good one. We could get Manila.
Give a little Drogden promo.
Yeah, when Manila did in All Stars 4, Manila had some really good lip syncs.
I'm trying to think who are some of my other favorite lip syncers though of all time. Because we've gotten a lot of them on All Stars is the thing.
Oh, Adrian, I want to know because I like spoilers. So if you want to send it to me privately, Mendels8 on Instagram or Twitter. Thank you.
It. Do you know what? I would love to see Aja as a lip sync assassin.
She would never.
You don't think she would?
Aja
she's like
guys, what about Candy Muse?
Candy Muse isn't an assassin.
Candy Muse is an assassin by numbers.
Candy Muse, but like Candy Muse is not an assassin by skill level. We had a season of like do you know who I would love to see is Lala Ree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Denali.
I would love to see Lala Ree or
Josh,
Denali.
do you know that queen's name is Denali?
I don't care. I love Denali. Everyone knows it, y'all.
He loves Denali because she's Latina.
First of all, I love Denali because she's Jewish. Hello. Second of all, I love Denali because she can lip sync so well, just like Lala Ree too, though. They both.
What's up with your girl Denali? Hotter than a tamale.
I love Denali. However the fuck you pronounce her name. I don't know. I just like that duckwalk. Okay, everyone knows.
Oh my god! What if it's Jessica Wilde? That would be
Jessica Wilde is not a bad lip syncer though. She was a good lip syncer. Do you know who I would love to see? I would love to see Juju be brought back as a lip sync assassin.
Yeah,
because she embarrassed herself in All Stars, and she is. I mean, maybe if she's drinking again, I don't know. Seriously, Juju B did her best when she was drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we would not have gotten that drunk hot mess of a Black Velvet lip sync, which is legendary.
It's legendary. It really. Morgan McMichaels. Morgan could be a good one.
Yeah.
Morgan could be Shay. Also, I agree completely.
Angela, yes.
Oh my god, y'all. What if they brought back like Sasha Velour?
Ooh,
that would be a stunt. That would be
the people would gag.
I also think it'd be cool for if Eureka wins the challenge to bring Shangela as the lip sync assassin on that because they have to be on We're Here together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be fun.
Be like friends have to compete.
Yeah.
Or I bet you guys, I bet you'll be Eureka and Cameron again.
Oh, could you imagine if they set us up for that? I would love Eureka and Cameron Part 2, the sequel.
Oh yeah, Peppermint. That's
too.
A good one.
Peppermint has the gun.
Peppermint.
Yes. Love me.
Oh yeah. No, there are a lot of fun options. would love for Peppermint to be lip sync assassin, but what competing on an all-star season? I don't think Peppermint would come back.
I think Peppermint said that she does not want to come back.
Which I don't know. Is that what you say if you don't get invited? We do.
It seems like they're not inviting Peppermint for some reason.
You know what? I loved Peppermint in that music video with Jan in Alaska. If anyone saw it, it was "Put Your Gay Hands Up." I'm upset. Wait, what? Am I not allowed to talk about that music video?
No, we were making a joke about the fracking.
Oh.
Jaden
not
Fears.
Fears.
She was great. She's a really good lip syncer.
She's a fierce lip syncer.
They did bring back Vanjie already last season, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I think Katya would be a good one. But
Katya would be a great
one. My God, she can slam her pussy on the floor like she does. Yes. What is that lip sync? What's the name of it? The song, the Olivia
Twist of Fate.
Twist of Fate, iconic.
Yeah.
But okay, y'all, this has been a fun week. Do we want to do our superlatives really quick?
Sure.
Yeah, but let's do them fast.
Okay, guys,
this is getting long.
So what are we? Yeah, let's do our superlatives. So guys, comment along with us with what you think.
So we are going to start with our best in show. Who do you think did the best this episode overall? Alex, why don't we start with you?
My best in show is going to be weird. And I'm going to pick Ginger because I loved Richard Slimmons. And I thought it was funny. It's something we haven't seen on the show before. And I was entertained. And I want to watch Ginger do that character more.
I was shocked when I saw Ginger's boy drag. I was shocked when I saw Ginger's boy drag.
Yeah, I loved it. So Ginger's my best in show.
Okay, Josh. Who is your best in show this episode?
Laganja Stranja was my best in show. There's no other answer. My girl came back and slayed it, filleted it, sliced and diced. She was incredible. Laganja Stranja, America.
Madam Caliente says TKB. I agree. Oh, TKB did do so well overall. I just was so gagged by Ginger. Truly gooped. I thought Ginger did so well. But the look ruined it. TKB. I gotta say TKB. I gotta get to our girl.
Yeah.
And with that breakdown, like with her little tantrum, yes, girl, work, serve it. I loved it. Next we have our dark horse who surprised us this episode. Josh, who surprised you this episode?
Scarlett surprised me. I think Scarlett's been really a dark horse this season. I went into this on our preview. Remember me saying, why is she there? She's not memorable.
I don't roasted her.
And she's really surprised me.
But remember I did comment that she's been getting prettier and she's been looking good on social media.
So
and she's been bringing it.
She's bringing it. So Scarlett for sure is my answer for that.
Alex, who's your dark horse?
My dark horse for this is TKB's strategy in the game because it's chaotic and it really is coming out of left field. So I was thrown off by that. Normally our dark horse is like someone who's like succeeding and we're surprised, but I'm just like, damn girl, that's what you're doing.
I gotta say my dark horse was 100% Laganja. It was everything she did was so much fun, so unexpected. The jump in was, we gasped. We were fully gagged. Gasp! It was incredible. I loved it. Okay, finally, we have our Hot Mess Express, the Caitlyn Jenner Governor's Award.
We should change this again.
We're going to change this. So, guys, if there's ever anything like really dumb happening in the news, let us know.
Let us know. We love dumb stuff to give an award for. Hot Mess Express of this episode. Alex, do you have a hot mess for this episode?
My hot mess for this episode, I don't know. This is hard because I really like this whole episode.
It's really difficult.
I know. I guess that this hot mess for the episode is, you know what? It's Jan thinking that look was a serve, girl. No.
The only serve she's giving is in tennis.
The only serve she's giving us, let's play some basketball.
She was like, I'm coming out here. And I'm like, girl, you look good. But like,
hey, girls, it's girls in alley. No, I'm kidding. No.
You look fine. Work.
I am going to say Miss Akiria. She didn't show up today. She hasn't been showing up this season. So mine is 100% Akiria. She was a mess during that.
her gaping hole. Her gaping hole.
That gaping hole was not so gaping.
I want to give the Hot Mess Express award to the one piece of glitter on RuPaul's face that was supposed to be a beauty mark, I think. And it's like, why didn't you just bring on Tamara? You are not Tia's sister.
Sister.
I don't. It was weird. The beauty mark was weird. It was really a great episode. No notes.
Yeah,
no notes. This is how you do Drag Race.
It is.
We did watch Adrienne, the Scarlett and Raja moment in Untucked. Our response was, who cares?
We're sorry. Like, great.
I thought it was cute. I like Adrienne. I think Adrienne and me have like the same opinions. Adrienne, like you.
You fickle fag, Josh.
Adrienne would have been great for the regular Drag Race season.
Adrienne's going to come up in the chat next week and be like, you know what? I don't like Denali. And you're going to be like, never mind.
No, I think, Adrienne, were you a Rosé fan? Adrienne, were you a Rosé fan? Just let me know. Message me privately.
Y'all, this has been a fun week. Another great week of All Stars 6. Turning out to be truly like the season of villains, the season of boogers is turning it out.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. So please remember to follow us on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Couch Potato Queens. Also make sure to like this video because why? We want more fans like you. Next we can plug and also you can stay up to date with all of our fun other shows. Big Brother with Alex and Josh.
We will be on.
Bunch.
We're going to be going live for Big Brother after the premiere, guys. So after the premiere ends, it'll be the 15 minutes after. So we'll
wonderful, and they can find that on social media as well. So stay tuned and follow us. Next, we've got our personal plugs. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Sam Meier Comedy. Next, you can find Alex on Instagram at alexknowsitall.jpg and Twitter at alexknowsitall. Finally, you can follow Josh on Twitter and Instagram at Mendelson8. Thank you, everyone, for coming this evening. We love you. Don't let anyone dull your